Hey there, it's Crypto here with another Bitcoin update and a Crypto.com and Cronos update too. So yeah, we've got a red day. We've had a big drop by Bitcoin, and obviously now we've seen a lot of the altcoins also dropping. So before I start, give us a like and give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. Give us a thumbs down if you don't like what I'm doing. It all helps out with that algorithm. So we can see here now on Bitcoin on the 4-hourly, we had that ascending wedge there. We were starting to chop around within that ascending wedge, and we broke down from support. So what I'm looking at now right now is our next line of support is around about that $64,000 mark, and then obviously we could come back down to that $60,000 to $61,000 for further support down there, which we've already tested once and twice. So there could be a chance that we could come back down here, test it for the third time, and then make our way back up. But at the moment, I'm looking at this area of support here around about the $64,000 mark. You can see here we created a bit of a Bart Simpson pattern here, and we slowly dropped down. So at the moment, we've got the bears that are in control. But at some point, I do see if we could bounce off this, if we lose this support, we come back down here, bounce off that, and regain again. Because we can actually see on the funding rate, it's not confirmed negative, but it is starting to turn negative on the funding rates as well. And we can see also on the heat map as well, we've sort of dropped right down here, but we've still got that area of liquidity up at $72,000. So at some point, I could see us when... Could it be some point this week? Possibly, that we could make our way back up to that $72,000. But at the moment, like I said, we're sort of starting to break down a little bit. We've also got the dominance as well. Now it's starting to pick back up. We're just chopping around really. So we've got areas here of resistance at 54%, 0.86. But at the moment, we're just chopping around here. So obviously, we're getting close to that 54 again. And also what we can see is also notice on the Bitcoin ETF flow table, we've got like a very small negative that happened yesterday at $85.7 million. So we're looking at that, but don't forget also we've got the Bitcoin halving estimated, predicted. It did say April the 19th yesterday, but now it's saying April the 20th, 18 days ago. Blocks remaining at 2,620. So I just want to also point out as well, we can look at here on DexBot, over 16,000 Bitcoin flowed out of Coinbase Pro in the past 24 hours. CoinGlass data shows that Coinbase Pro wallet has flowed out to 16,000, just over 16,000 Bitcoin in the past 24 hours, and 33,558 Bitcoin in the past 7 days. It's a balance. It's currently at 295,384, ranking third among major exchanges. In addition, Binance Wallet flowed 5,499 Bitcoin in the past 7 days. So it just shows that basically Bitcoins are leaving the exchange and probably going into like cold wallets or hot wallets or whatever you want to call them. So that's a good sign. That's a bullish sign as well. But like I said, at the moment, I am watching Bitcoin very carefully. Like I said, this is on the 4-hourly. I'm expecting that we could potentially re-come down to that $61,000 to $60,000, retest that and make it out, because that'll be around about the third time that we've done it. So let's get into a bit of CRO and a little bit of Crypto.com. Right, so getting on to Crypto.com and Cronos. So we've got some really exciting news that has come out by Crypto.com, which I'll cover in a bit, but we can look at the charts at the moment for CRO as well. So as Bitcoin's dropping down, we can see CRO is taking a little bit of a tumble, currently down around about on the day, about 8.73%. So, you know, what I think's happening is obviously Bitcoin's dropping down. Obviously what's going to happen is a lot of the alts are going to drop down and CRO is going to be a part of that. But, you know, what I'm finding is that we're getting a lot of volatility in the crypto market, which I sort of like. I like volatility because it gets a bit boring when you just see like Bitcoin doing that sideways action. A bit of volatility makes it that little bit more excited, and potentially the buy the dip opportunity. And I understand that a lot of people now haven't probably got the money to buy the dip, but if you haven't got a lot of money and you've got a Crypto.com card or you're staking and you're getting your staking rewards from CRO, or you're buying on your debit card CRO, you're buying a dip in theory, and plus you're getting your products or whatever part of it as well. So anyway, we can see here that we have that beautiful uptrend here, and then basically because of Bitcoin we've dropped down now. We've got an area of support around here around that 14 14 pence mark at the moment, or potentially we could retest this again around about that 12 to 11 pence mark here. We've tested it once here, we've tested it 1, 2, 3 here, and then we basically, there's a chance if Bitcoin goes down to 60,000 that we could be coming back down to this to retest this and then hopefully making a way up. But what I am watching very carefully is obviously about Bitcoin dominance. But for me, like I said, if we drop down back down to about 11 to 12 to 11 pence again, to me, I will buy the dip in that. But you always just got to be aware, you might get like one of these wicks like you got here. You could come back down, wick down, and get back down to under 10 pence. It's always that scenario you've just got to bear in mind. That's why I always say in every video, you've got to have a plan. It's always have a plan to when you're going to buy and when you're going to sell. So that's my plan there. If we come back down to there, I will buy a little bit more CRO. So let's get more into the more exciting news regarding what is happening with Crypto.com. So we've got here from the blog, Crypto.com to launch a platform in South Korea following the local exchange acquisition. And we can see Eric has said here, because we know Eric's been in South Korea with various meetings, and you can see here, truly thrilled to be announced our up and coming launch in South Korea later this month. After 2.5 years of preparation, we have set a solid foundation to start building, growing our offering in one of the most important and sophisticated markets in the world, blockchain and let's get back onto here. Blockchain and sophisticated market in the world, blockchain and Web3. So absolutely big, fantastic news. It's big news. And again, this is why I've invested in CRO, because I see what Crypto.com are doing. And also Chris has also pointed this out, excited the opportunity of upcoming launch of the app in one of the most important crypto global market in South Korea. Mark your calendars for April the 29th. So that's, I would presume, that is when the app will go live. Crypto.com remains committed to driving cryptocurrency adoption through localized, regulated product offering. So this is going to be really big, in my opinion, for CRO. And obviously the business side for Crypto.com, Chris and his team. But for CRO holders like us, this is going to be really important, because obviously this is going to open the doors for more people to buy CRO. And obviously, like anything, more people buy CRO, the more we get the price going up, which we want to see. At the end of the day, we want to get back up to that dollar. And this is the ways to do it. And they're opening doors to the people in South Korea to be able to purchase on their Crypto.com app, which no doubt people will be buying CRO. So that's going to be really, really good in terms of that. And we can see here on the block says crypto currently launch platform South Korea following local exchange acquisition. So it says global digital access Crypto.com is launching basically on the April the 29th. Crypto.com South Korea trading platform will fill in the spot of localized licensed crypto exchange OKBit, which said to be winding down its services. So Crypto.com acquires OKBit in 2022. So like I said, this is a major, major move, because obviously this is going to open the doors to people in South Korea. And obviously, like I just mentioned, South Korea going to bring more volume into Crypto.com, which is good for business, which is good for the exchange, and overall, which is good for all CRO holders, because that means there's going to be more opportunity for people in South Korea to buy CRO. We're incredibly excited to launch a Crypto.com app for retail users in South Korea. This is retail users, not just institutional. A market tremendous importance to the growth of our business, and one which consumes are very interested in crypto, said Eric Anzia, President of Chief Operation Officer in Crypto.com. Crypto.com's career platform is subject to the strict regulation local authorities have set out for crypto exchanges. And this is another thing what I like about Crypto.com. They do everything correct, and that is why they stay in these countries. Where you see other exchanges getting booted out, you've got Crypto.com, which is actually sticking to the regulations and sticking to what the authorities are saying and doing it all correctly, and that is why they're not getting kicked out. And like I said, at some point, hopefully, the exchange will come back into the US, and I have no doubt they're in talks with the US government about getting that exchange up and running back in the United States. Crypto.com's career platform, subject to strict regulation, local authorities, the local service dubbed Crypto.com app will allow South Korea's investors to trade cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens, but will not serve institutional clients, as South Korea-based institutions are prohibited from directly invested in crypto. But this is a right step in the right direction to get those institutions involved in crypto. Now, if the regulation changes, which allows institutions to invest in crypto, who are they going to come to? Crypto.com. So this is a big thing. They've got the foot in the door, and it's only a matter of time before those institutions will be allowed to start purchasing directly crypto. So Crypto.com said services will start as a crypto-to-crypto exchange, but will continue to make efforts to secure local bank partnerships to provide full trading experience, according to South Korea's news agency. Massive news, massive news. But also, we've got Chris also gives us confidence about the customer service, because we know there's been a lot of issues regarding that, but he's obviously come out now and said with a scaling effort on our customer service side, we managed to cut the tickets backlog by 60%. We're on track to cut it to 0 by April 10th, restoring rapid response times. We'll continue scaling crypto services beyond that and anticipate for further growth in the bull market. Thanks for bearing with us for a while longer. And like I said, they need to get this sorted, and they're doing it. They've done what they said they do. And this is what I like about Crypto.com, again, because they say they're going to do it and they do it. They brought a lot of these old perks back. They're bringing new perks in. They're getting new licenses. They're releasing their app in new countries like South Korea. And obviously they've got to have the customer service in place, because you're going to have a lot of people from South Korea who are going to be coming in and no doubt contacting Crypto.com customer service. So they don't want to be failing those people, they don't want to be failing us, and they're doing it. Obviously in the bear market, like any company, not just crypto, whatever company, we're in a bear market, they have cutbacks. That's just the way it is. It's not great, but they're doing something about it, and the time is right, and they're doing it now. And you can see here people like Ben Welfer. Well done, Chris. Your customer service is huge, USP, and it's great to hear that you're getting back on track. Keep building, Chris. Faster response time, noticeable already, but still room for improvement. And he's made that point. We're a backlog at 60% down, 0 by the 10th of April. So hands down to Crypto.com. Like I said, you can see all the footers. They've all gone quiet. You don't see these big influencers footing Crypto.com anymore. They've kept their mouth shut, because if you've seen what they've done, they've given all that FUD over the bear market, where they'll say Crypto.com's the next one to go under. Where are they now? They're releasing an app in South Korea, and no doubt they'll be coming back to the US. They're doing everything correct. And a lot of these big influencers who are paid by other companies like Binance and stuff like that have kept their mouth shut, which they should have done in the beginning, because to me, these kind of influencers who are doing that footing, they're not worth the follow. And I unfollowed many of them, and I didn't follow them on, I unsubscribed to them on YouTube. You know, because at the end of the day, a lot of these influencers are paid by exchanges. But with Crypto.com, they don't need to do that. I'm not paid by Crypto.com, and no doubt all the other influencers are not. They don't need us. They don't need us to advertise them or show their CRO or whatever. I do the CRO videos and Crypto.com videos because I'm an investor and I like Crypto.com. And I'm passionate about Crypto.com because I'm passionate about the community, and I'm also passionate about the team at Crypto.com, and I will keep on making videos about Crypto.com through the bull or the bear market. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.